Hey, this is Caleb with Caleb's Catches. I'm back in Spring City, Tennessee at Veterans Park, and we're going to see if we can get any action. I'm out here later than normal. It's a little after 10 o'clock, so maybe we can get some bites. I didn't get to come out here and catch bluegill like I wanted to beforehand, but I've got me some night crawlers, and we'll see what happens. Putting the worm on the hook better. So I've got the worm pretty much completely covering the hook in a J shape, and then I wrapped its tail around the top point of the hook. So we're going to give that a second, because something did bite, but it might be thinking about it. Normally I would have 2 holes in the water minimum, but with there being a chance of storms tonight popping up, because it's the summer, of course, summer in Tennessee, storms can pop up any second. So I didn't bring a whole lot of gear out here. I just brought enough to be able to record and do a little bit of fishing. A nice little bite at first. Keep watching and see what happens. The lights they have on tonight are killing my camera focus. Just to let y'all know, in the future, I do plan on buying a better camera. Currently, right now, I'm just using my smartphone with a pretty heavy extended storage. But as I progress in this channel and I get more subscribers, I'll buy a better quality camera. That way y'all can see things a little bit better. They focus when they're up close to the camera, so the important part's for y'all to see the moments and the fish. I will tell y'all, obviously I'm a beginning YouTube channel, so I don't have a sponsor for this product, but I recently bought a product called Hookies. You can put your hook inside it and tie it on there without having to worry about pulling the hook into your finger or it jabbing you. And it's even got a hook cutter on the back, and there's a fish hook remover on the side, and that fish hook remover can also be put in one of the eyelets on your fishing rod when you go to leave. So if you have that on the hook, it keeps it from going into your upholstery of your car or whatever. I'll do a later video on that to show you all about that. I got it today, and I had it on here coming out here, and it's phenomenal. They come in different sizes depending on what you're fishing for, but I highly recommend them. I ordered it last Friday and I got it Saturday. I think that's how it went. Either way, their shipping was fairly quick. It wasn't too bad at all. I think after that bite, I'm going to check make sure we still have bait, because that was a fairly decent hit on the drop back. Yep, still have worm. So I'm going to cast back over there, see if we can get anything else interesting. Oh. That is not good. Alright, so I just noticed something on my reel. So I don't know if y'all can see from this. Yeah, you should be able to see from this angle. You see that? I normally have red line. That little line of red line, that's all I have left. So hopefully if I do catch something, it doesn't fight too hard. I didn't know I was that low on line. I mean, I've got line with me, but I don't have time to re-spoil it in this location. I'll have to put me on some more when I get back tonight. So if nothing else, that could cut the trip short because I didn't realize I was that low on line. I mean, I am literally almost against the bell. There's like 6 strands of line other than what's out there currently. Oh, it looks like we might be getting a little bit of a nibble. It honestly makes me kind of nervous, guys. And I apologize for the background noise. My normal fishing spot, there's some type of church rehearsal in the pavilions behind me. This could be, it kind of worries me though, like I said, it being that low on line. That means if I have something start really fighting, I'm either going to have to cut the line, hope I can get enough line in when I'm fighting it to keep it at bay. Because I don't want to mess up my reel. I just got this one recently. Man, that's unfortunate. And the one night I only brought one pole with me. I got a little bit more line from just that little bit of reeling, so hopefully that gives us enough play. Yeah, y'all are barely seeing that bobber. Like I said, I'll end up getting a better camera as the channel progresses. That way things can be seen better. I'm going to have to do a little bit shorter cast tonight. I'm not comfortable at all with that little bit of line left hanging out like that. And our worm is dangling, so I'm going to put him in front of the camera so you can see. Maybe. He wants to flail around everywhere. Oh well. But I'm going to put that back on the hook where it's supposed to be. Instead of dangling around. Something took a big chunk out of him. And again, like I said, we did get a hit or two. Alright, so depending on how this goes, if I don't get any activity soon, I might have to call the night just due to the fact I didn't know I was that low on line. That gives me a little bit of wiggle room fishing that close. There you go. Obviously, if something bites right here, it's a really good spot for me, because there's all these weeds in front of me, but there's this little clearing area directly in front of the bobber where you could drag the fish without it getting tangled. So, just as I pointed out tonight, just always be aware of how much line you have on your spoil. I'll probably post at least part of this video just for that, as a teaching moment per se, because you do not want to be fighting a fish and only have a couple strands of line before the backing of your reel. It could end up being problems to where the fish could pull more and end up breaking your reel, or the strain could break your rod and reel. So, just something to always be aware of, how much line you have present on the pole. And unfortunately, with how hectic things have been lately, I didn't check that. I just saw that there was line, but I didn't know my spoil was that close to being empty. Oh man. If we're going to have any chance of a bite tonight, I'm going to have to get closer to that bridge area. Or I'm going to have to get out just a little bit further, because that part is too shallow for the catfish in this area. Let's just get it right there. So that's about the center area of, it's not really a lake, but this little body of water, that's about the center of it. Again, this is really making me uneasy considering the amount of line that I have left on my reel. So if I catch something, oh goodness gracious, I got something playing with the bobber. Ladies and gentlemen, we might have a fish. Yep, something's definitely playing with the bobber. Tightening my slack to make sure I can set the hook. Obviously there's other things that can bite, but from my experience this time of night, normally only the catfish bite around here. So that's why I'm worried about the very little bit of line that's on my pole, because catfish can put up a fight. Thank goodness I got a net, so if I have to get him in just close enough to extend the net and grab him, I can do so. I had a little 1-foot net, and I recently bought a 4-foot extendable one, so I've got a little bit more wiggle room than having to actually get down in the water and try to grab it. Alright, sorry, I had someone ask me about the park directions, if they were allowed to be here 24 hours or whatnot. Yeah, Spring City Veterans Park is open 24 hours a day, so we're going to recast, because something's obviously interested in my bait. It actually took the whole worm. We shouldn't have bluegill attacking the bait at this hour, so the only thing I could think of is bass or catfish. This is actually the exact spot that I caught that catfish that y'all saw in the last video that I posted. Literally right in this exact area. So, see if we get another bite or whatnot. So, most likely my next video for y'all is going to be how to spoil a spinning reel. Because I'm going to be spoiling my spinning reel. And you'll get to see me put mono backing on it and then braid on top. I bought me some 30-pound braided line today, and should be good to go. Looks like we've got something playing with it because the current is not going that way. Like I said, I'm just being mindful of the weather, occasionally looking to make sure there's no lightning. So yeah, I think if I haven't caught something within the next, I don't know, 10 minutes, I'll probably trim the rest of the video just down to when I'm talking about the reel needing respoiled, because that's a good lesson. And sometimes your best teacher is experience. And if you can learn from my experience and not go through it as well, hey, that'll help you that much more. Because there's nothing worse, other than breaking your rod and stuff, than coming out to fish a good night, and then as soon as you cast, seeing the backing of your reel. Just, oh goodness gracious. Oh my goodness, that was a nice little tug. Oh, I hope we don't have something that's going to fight too bad. That was a nice little tug. That's, I think we're going to have a, daggum, if it keeps hitting like that, we're going to have a fish, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I'm using Nightcrawler because I didn't get to get out here early enough to catch bluegill. It was storming all day. Come on. Go for it one more time, buddy. And this time run with it. There we go. That way, sometimes you just do that little pull to make sure everything's tight, so when they go to run with it, you can set the hook. Be careful how hard you do that though, because if you're not going to set the hook and you're just trying to pull in your slack, you could spook the fish if you pull too hard. If we don't get another bite here in the next minute, I'll probably check for bait. With the way that thing was pulling, this is probably a fairly good sized fish. I need to make sure that my drag is set really good tonight. Activity seems to have ceased, but sometimes they're just cautious, especially if this is a catfish. They come up to investigate. Even though catfish are bottom feeders, sometimes when your bait hits the water and it's not like really deep water, they'll come up to investigate because that noise on the surface makes them trying to figure out what's going on. Okay, I think we're about to check for bait. Because if that hit, I'll be surprised if we still have anything left. Well, we had stuff left. All right, back out there with bait, everybody. Everything in the world's here to make noise tonight. Come on. Let's get a good hit like we did before. Whatever hit took a good chunk of the worm, so I repositioned it onto the hook. Okay, that was weird. Nothing happened with the bobber, but I felt a good bit of tension go to my rod. Let's see what happens. Ooh. Oh, we got one, guys. Guys, we got one. Oh, yep. Oh, no, don't run. Get over here, buddy.
What you got?
Blue cat.
Awesome. Oh, cool.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Look at that. Wow. Oh, he's trying to get away from you.
Yep, he is.
Come back here.
Come back here. Stay here.
Look at that guy.
Hey, Johnny, I can't find it. Someone may have stole it. So I'm going to give her... Oh, it smells like fun.
Oh, yeah. My phone's dead.
So I'm going to give her one of my favorite ones. I found it in a second.
You need a light? Here, he'll hold this flashlight for you. It's a catfish.
I'll help you on this one. The other 20 you catch, I'm not going to be here.
Kate's caught a
Larry, if you
catfish.
see it.
All right, everybody. So here's a nice blue cat for Caleb's catches tonight. Pretty decent size. I'll get back to you on the length in just a moment. All right, guys, an update. He is 18.5 inches, and he weighs, let's see here. Gotta stop trying to get off my new gripper. He's about 2.5 pounds. So, not too bad. So say hello to the viewers. It's a good sized blue cat. Well, guys, I think that's probably going to be all tonight for Caleb's catches. I thank y'all for tuning in, and let's make more of this happen.